Well, hello, Monarchs fans, and welcome to another edition of Monarchs Live pregame. Dan Vaughn with you from the ballpark. Glad you're along on your. It's weird. It feels like a Friday, but it's Thursday. First of a four-game series with the Cleveland Railroaders as the gates swung about 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago, folks, already making their way in here to the ballpark at Legends Field in Kansas City. First of a four-game series. First and second place teams it's squaring off here. I've not seen Cleveland in a while. It's been since the first really quarter of the season. Saw them two times early, and now we're making that second swim through the division and getting the Railroaders third time through. We'll see them again later on the Labor Day weekend into the month, and the first of next month we go down to Texas. But first things first, four-game series here, and we talked about this a bit at lunch, and a little late today though, but they come in 6.5 games behind the pace, and with the new playoff format in the association, that's going to be with the third-place team playing the second-place team for a one-game play-in to play the champion of the division in both the North and South. These are big games. I would probably say they're big anyway, because the old adage was you want to finish first or second, right? That's kind of way you want to finish first or second in the division, and you were fine. You were guaranteed. You may not host, the choice to host, but you were going to be sorted in order to go through. But this is pretty important because you want to finish first. The advantage of finishing first is that you don't. Obviously, you're going to be waiting around a little bit, but you're also going to be getting that extra time to kind of get things set up pitching wise. You can even make an argument that if you had to maybe win over the weekend and Labor Day, and you had to win a certain game, just one, and you had your best arm going, you'd have them a week to get ready again for the opener on the next Friday. So there is that plus. So it's very important finishing first here. And look forward to seeing you. Yes, we'll be down there, Kenny. I'll have your Monarchs kit for you ready to go too, mate. You'll be ready to go. But it's important, and we talked about this last night with Joe Cathpietro, the top step, finishing in that number one spot. Pretty big deal. Again, I'm not saying it wasn't a big deal before, it was, but now having that little extra time is pretty big because you don't want to be in a one-game or done deal. If you're Kansas City, that means perhaps playing a matchup with Lincoln, perhaps. I mean, if they were able to sneak in there. That's been a team that's had some trouble with. You don't want a one-game and done. You want a best of whatever, and you could make an argument that it'd be great to see a 2 out of 3 in the wild card, but you still have the days for it with the 100-game schedule, the way it works out, and the off days and all that. So we're going to do it this way. We can debate, and we will debate for it going forward. I've got a little mixed emotions about it. It's obviously what we're going to do. It's what Joe said yesterday. We're going to go forward with that plan, and we'll go about it like that. But, it does make these games, already huge ball games, even bigger tonight. And tonight's matchup, Justin Schaefer, Michael Gunn, should be a good one. Their numbers nearly identical, 4.69 for Gunn, a 4.50. Their samples are pretty close to even. We didn't see Gunn the last time. We have seen over the years, but it's something Joe talked about too. It's hard to really scout in this league on a long-term basis because of the turnover and all that. And yes, while Joe may have seen Michael Gunn and Bill Sobey may have seen Michael Gunn, maybe Casey Gillespie in a limited sample size from a couple other guys, by and large, most of your guys have not seen. And maybe the same case for Justin Schaefer. But Cleveland comes in, really good offense, solid bullpen. They just really are a well-balanced team. It's a lot like looking in the mirror here, very much so. I think Kansas City probably a slight advantage in the rotation. I would be slight. Kansas City with the long ball potential, always a big player. But don't sleep on this Cleveland club. They will go deep, and they also have that doubles, triples mentality as well. They got good speed here. This is going to be more of a challenge. It's like Lincoln, along with the Monarchs, run production together. And Lincoln speed and that's kind of what you get with Cleveland. So anyway, comes up at the top of the next hour on AABaseball.tv and on Facebook Live. We'll be on Facebook Live on the association site, our site as well. It's the game of the week in the association. When I take those AABaseball.tv games, put them all on Facebook Live, give folks a sample of what we're doing. We'll be able to air the bottom of the hour. We'll come your way with the pregame show. Monarchs, I got a lot to work on. I got to squeeze. We're going to do a lot of live work tonight. We didn't have anything taped, so most of the entire pregame, oftentimes about half of it's taped. Won't be the case today. Most all will be live because we got to scramble through it. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that tonight. Monarchs and the Cleveland Railroaders. Joe Capietner's lineup card looks like this. Morgan McCullough leads off at short. Batting second will be Charleston Burks. Burks will be in second base, playing center and batting second. Darnell Sweeney strides in the third spot. Sweeney over at second base, which he's been that spot right there. What they've done is they're basically giving a night off to Ryan Grotjohn. Is Gabby Guerrero's on right field batting cleanup, and then Casey Gillespie batting in the 5 spot. I'm going to hold on to this name right here, okay? Ibal Isabel. Hold on to that name. I'll give you him in a moment. He's your DH tonight. Will Kindred playing third, batting 7th. Drew Ferguson batting 8th. He'll be in left field. Alexis Almeida catching and batting 9th. Monarchs made a move this afternoon. Roster move. Monarchs' side. Ibandel Isabel. I'm going to make my pronunciations here. I'm sorry, Ibandel Isabel. Former Rocky, Angels farmhand. Pardon me. A little dragon here, folks. Need some more caffeine. 26-year-old played for AA Rocket City this year, and he is a former Angels farmhand. Time with the Dodgers, Reds, Angels. 126 home runs in 583 ball games. This is a guy out of Dominican Republic. Career 838 OPS. Be the lineup card tonight. So he's your brand new DH and some depth in your lineup card. Ryan Grotjohn getting the night off. That's why the whole shift around of Burks batting second and Sweeney playing second base. First time this year, I believe Darnell's played second. So, and I just saw them hitting ground balls out a few minutes ago, and that should be all good. As far as your Providence Medical Center health report, everything looked much better for Kevin Santha today. Kevin was running around the bases about a half hour ago at full speed. So he's definitely pretty close, if not already there. The other move today, Jose Taveras has been placed on the disabled list, so he is on the temporary 1-week disabled list. He'll definitely miss his start on Sunday, and it's not something we kind of already talked about. Knew that was probably the situation, but that is the story from here at the ballpark. Monarchs and the Railroaders coming up top of the next hour on AABaseball.tv. We'll come your way on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. At the bottom of the hour, I got to scramble and get this thing ready for you. Monarchs Broadcast Network at 6:30 with the Monarchs and these Cleveland Railroaders. Should be a good one. And I'll see you on the broadcast. Not everybody. Go Monarchs!